Mic check. Top of it. You dig what I'm saying? Top of it. Check this out. We gonna need to we gonna deliver a little understanding today, and I don't know what the title of this video is gonna be, but here it goes. I hear this term high value mail, and y'all like, man, why you keep on going on it? Because I feel like it. Anyway, um, we're gonna talk about levels, and really, I'm going to explain why the so-called high value males, you know what I mean, the socially awkward incel guys who cheer on Kevin Samuels, um, even though they're high earners. I'm going to break down the levels to the so-called high value males and what to expect, because I keep on hearing. Um, I listened to Bernard Riley's channel, and he had a topic of, well, does the average earning brother deserves a fit, submissive, cooperative woman? And so I keep on hearing, yeah, Kevin Samuel saying, a man who earns a certain amount of money, not educationally, because let's face it, these guys who make 100,000 who have blue collar jobs, what they expect. But the funny thing is, they lump everything together, and I'm here to tell you that it's levels to it. Everybody talking about this competitive male, fine. Let's do that. We're going to say it's levels to it. There's a difference between a practice squad player and an all pro, a bench warmer and the MVP. You dig what I'm saying? So, the kicker and the quarterback. You understand me? So, and since we know it's levels to it, and going to back to with me and Kevin Samuels, I wanted to smoke with Kevin Samuels. He said, "Well, there's generals and janitors." So for this video, what I'm going to do is just say, "Hey, you know what? We're correct." And let's say generals and janitors. And here is the content of this video. Now, when it comes in, let's face it, the high earner, because we talk about money. Here is what typically, because we just basing on money. By your money, and we talking about $100,000 and up. Here's the expectations. Well, I'm saying expectations, but here's how it would typically go. If we just based data mainly, if women chose men solely off the money that they made, okay, and they were cooperative solely off the money that they made. The beauty was so, they know how beautiful they are, and they judge men solely off the money that they made. So here we go. Millionaires and multimillionaires, just include billionaires also, they will get tens. Period. They will get tens. So we starting off. If you're not a multimillionaire, that means including billionaire also, you are starting at a 9 at best. Because this is a gauge of 1 to 10. You see, if we were basing it solely off women-based men solely off money, and men-based women solely off looks, and they come together, the multi-millionaires and billionaires will get the tens. And millionaires, multi-millionaires, and billionaires will get tens. Now, from 999,000 to 660,000, they will get nines. They will get nines. Okay, so we haven't even made $500,000 yet, and the best you starting off with is 8. With 8. So from 665,000 to 334,000, you got 8. You got 8. You're right there at the 8. And so it's a difference between 300. Wait a minute. Yeah, 300,000 to over 600,000 between 10 and 8s. So if you're not making $33,000, the best you should be looking at are 8s. Now, 332 men who make $332,000 to $150,000 should be looking at 7s. But see, Kevin said you can't use 7. So the problem is, if you can't use 7, excuse me, if you cannot use 7 and you don't qualify for 8, then what is it? Where you at? Where you at? So I'm saying, for this video, and to prove that there's levels to it, are 7. So now, if you make from 150,000 to $100,000, you at a 6. So the difference between the guys who get the 10s and the guys who get the 6s is $900,000 or 900. Okay, it's between $750,000 and $900,000. No, $800,000, $900,000, 1 and 2. So make sure I got this correct. I don't want to be telling y'all nothing wrong. Let me see. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, okay. Between $750,000 and $900,000. So you just dropped 4 points. So if you make $99,000, you're starting at a 6. You're starting at a 6. So, but the problem is the availability of the millionaires, the individuals who make $900,000 to $100,000, is the availability. Now, if you make $250,000, that's considered the top 1% of the population. Well, let's say 400,000. 1%ers. 1%ers. So, if we look at the 1%ers, then they are between the best they can do, if we just gonna do it by that. That's between 8 and 10. But since it's just 1% of the population, and most of them are white males, then the numbers start to fluctuate. You know what I mean? Considering age and stuff like that. But here's the problem. Here's what I'm saying. The guys who make $120,000 and up, they just assume that they are quote unquote qualified for the women that are set for the millionaires. You understand? So I'm saying that, these so-called high-value males are just delusional as the women that they complain about. And yes, you know what I mean? I hear some, and some are delusional. You dig what I'm saying? Now here's my brother Ray's ranking. I had this way like 20 years ago. Uh, you know, 20 years ago, about 15 years ago. I said, out of scale of 1 to 10, if a woman is your prototype, you'll create a woman, you couldn't make her any better. You couldn't, and she was a 10, a perfect 10. If she had a kid, every kid she had, knocked down 2 points. So the best she can be is 8. The best she can be is 8. Now, that was in my younger adolescent years and things of that nature. But because the higher up you go in age, the more likely the women are to have kids. And see, the thing that the quote unquote high earner don't understand, especially the man in his 40s or 50s, or mid 30s, 40s and 50s, is that there's new competition coming up every year. Just like a chick turn 18 every day, there's another young man who's turning 18 every day. You know what I mean? The new currency of the day, of the old school or the old guard that Kevin and his minions subscribe to, is that okay? Money, and social status. Well, social status now, it can be determined by Instagram followers. Instagram is the new currency. Clout is a new currency. So you can tell a person with a million subscribers, and you this unknown 100,000 there, who has the most clout. Women love attention. Men love sex. Women love attention. So now, what is more valuable to this woman? Is the attention of having your man having 1 million subs or 1 million followers on Instagram, or your $100,000? Dude could be broke with a joke. Dude can have a dime to his name. But if you have 1 million followers or 1 million subscribers, he can run up on a chick, talk that yum and say, "Who are you?" "I got that little Instagram page." And she check, what's your Instagram name? Look at the Instagram, see it's him. The first thing they look at are the subscribers, are the followers. He got 1 point something million followers. Oh, she down. 500,000 followers. Oh, she down. So I didn't even mean to go off into this, but now I'm gonna say this for another video, because I'm gonna have to do one afterwards on what women value. See, the high value male had no clue about what women value, and I keep on hearing that that these so-called high earners, these women don't know what these men want. Well, again, ladies, I'm gonna give y'all some game, and brothers, I'm gonna give y'all some game if you listen up. Brother, if you using your money in your title, and shouts out to Charleston White, me and him come from the same cloth. I've been telling y'all some of the game, but he got a bigger following than me. But anyway, how can I put it? You got to be able to talk the woman out of something. You got to have some game. You got to have some, whatever in your mind got to come out. So, I don't know where I was going with that one, but anyway. Okay. So I'm gonna wrap this motherfucker up. I done said enough. I done did enough. So we go, tell the expectations according to if what you make is how you judge out what woman you deserve or what woman deserves you. Now, ladies, hey man, y'all call in, but you talking about 1% of the total population, and most of them are married. So, you know, I'm not saying it's impossible for you to get a man who's a high earner, but again, you know what I mean. If you go back to my video, saying the things that Kevin Samuels is not telling you to keep you single, you know what I mean. Write you out a job, write yourself out the job, be a job posting, and see if you would want to be with you, brother. Do the same thing. Write yourself out the job posting. You know what I mean. Do the other jobs. Requirements, you know what I mean. Make sure your requirements things are a must that are required. Ain't no bending. Ain't no you stand what you stand on. You know what I mean. So, and you got the job, you got the qualifications, and then you have the benefits of the job, and you look within yourself whether you would want to be a part of what you got going on. Think of just don't. Well, I want to be a part of it. Well, I mean, you're saying it, and you may drop that in the comments, but do that. See, I don't. I just bring the real. See, these millionaires getting 10. That's the real. That's the real. Doctors, lawyers, that's this what the 10 through 6, and most guys make $100,000. If it's strictly off your money, you starting at 6. The highest you can get is 6. See, if we're gonna do it by the numbers, if 1% make over $400,000, right? If 1% make over $400,000. Then everything under that, well, what's the availability? You see what I'm saying? What's the availability? And once you get up to availability, then if you are selected or chosen or something like that, then you start doing cost benefit analysis. What's the benefit of being with this person? Opposed to what does it cost to be with this person? So, all right, guys. Here's what I want to add. My bad. Here's what I want to add as it relates to individuals who want to use, since social media is a big thing, and this goes for men, you know what I mean, they're following opposed to what a female actually looks for. Since we all this high value male stuff. 750, matter of fact, it's just like the money. It's just like the money. We can equate, if you got 1 million plus subscribers, you will attract dimes. The 10s. 950,000 to 650,000. You're gonna mind like you attract 9s. 645,000 to 330,000. You can either attract 8s. 300,000 to 125,000, you can easily attract 7s. 120,000 to 100,000. Matter of fact, we're gonna drop it down to 90,000. You right at 6. So if we gonna be by the numbers, if we're gonna do everything by the numbers, and I haven't looked up any analytics, You know what I mean? That's just strictly off somebody seeing your social media following, and I'm basing this off Instagram. If chicks looking at your IG and they seeing what you about, and they just want, and you talking about status. So I just broke down the money and status. Money and status. So yeah, if you're a multi-millionaire with over 1 million subscribers, then yeah, you can attract. You know what I mean? Some just fictitious. We ain't talking about having game or character or morals and principles and standards in your masculinity. We just talking about stuff that's superficial. Attracting these women. See? So with that being said, now you want to level up and your social media following and all this old stuff here. Hey man, like I said, man, women love good D, want their back beat in and attention. They love that. So if if you ain't got what they value, man, you just do make a lot of money, and be quite frankly, you don't separate yourself from the pack. Yeah, so 1% of the population make over $400,000 a year. So, of course, I don't know how many dimes that there are out there. I don't know. But the availability of dimes are scarce, just like single millionaires are scarce. But there's a whole lot of sixes and fives and fours and things. Hell, I'm saying it's not really a whole lot of ones. Yeah, majority of the population are, since we can't do 0.5 and stuff like that, we gonna say strong, very strong sixes, and very weak fours. That's the majority of the population. So this is what everybody is really picking from. Eights, depending on what, So we're going to do a world thing. Yeah, that's what it is. So, all right, guys. To end this video. So, if you make 100,000, you can't expect to die for the money. You just as delusional as the women you complain about. Oh, they want to have some attention. Well, if you don't have 1 million followers, you shouldn't expect to die. High value males who follow Kevin Samuels think with their $120,000 a year that they are entitled to women who date millionaires or multi-millionaires. So if that's not delusional, I don't know what is. Appreciate y'all time.